We will proceed to configure the store so that we can get BTCPay server access keys. So first, this is a brand new store. You were given the access, the email and password, so you log into it, and we'll proceed to give it a name for the store and define the currency. In this case, we're going to use Canadian dollars because we want to test for Canada and include the Square credit card processing for Canada. So the Square has to match the currency. The currency for the BTC Pay server needs to match the currency for the credit card because it creates reports, transaction reports inside the point of sale. So the currency is very important to set up at the beginning. Now we are going to set up to enable only Bitcoin wallet. So proceed to import an existing wallet, uh, paste in the public key. So you can use Electron or any similar. There are different options of wallets you can create your keys. Then you export the XPub settings and you paste it there. There are other ways you can use a hardware wallet as well. And just confirm. And you can leave the basic account and save it. And then the next thing we need to do is, as part of the settings, you can see the rate. So as we said, we're going to use Canadian dollars, and so you have to enter there, and you can also test that is working properly. So you can see it's using Kraken. We can select other exchanges to get the price in reference, and you can add an exchange rate spread just to compensate the currency. You save it. We'll leave the defaults here. If we would had enable Lightning or Tron, it will add other options. But we'll keep it simple because we just want to show that the keys work. You can add other later. And this is the most important part to link it to your Bitcoin point of sale terminal. You need to generate keys. In this case, we're using the green field keys. Put a label. And this is where you select the permissions that you want to grant with that key. Because we only need to receive create invoices and detect the payment. We just select that part. The most important part is to enable webhooks. We pass that, and we don't need anything of this part. Full payments, and once you double check that everything looks okay, then you proceed to generate the key, and you can show the QR code. We will use this later once we have the application configured. We'll come back to this screen. You can also copy the app key if you're in the same phone and paste it into the application. So if you see, this is optional, but I consider it's a good way. So if you have a BTC Pay web store, you can uh, you can link it. In this case, we will create one just for demo purposes. We'll give it a name, and the advantage is that you can open it from your Bitcoin POS application. So you can see here, you save it. We'll use the default configuration, and we can see it, make sure it works. So copy the URL and we'll paste it into the settings and store website. You can have your own company. You can have any other website that you want to open from the application. And this is very important too, is the webhooks, because BTC Pay POS monitors the messages that the BTC Pay server sends. You need to configure the webhooks. It doesn't really that allows BTC Pay server to create the notifications, which are then retrieved by the application. So it doesn't really matter where they are sent. In this case, we're going to use a free site. I don't recommend it to do this. This is just for demo purposes because obviously sending reports of how the when the transaction is happening, right? So you should have your own webhook, but in this case, we'll use this for demo. So you add it, and you can specify what events you want to send. In this case, we'll just mark the one related to the invoices, which are the ones we need for accepting payments. We don't need the other ones. So you can proceed to add the webhook, and you can test it to make sure it's working. And we don't need the payout processor for our demo, nor the emails and forms. So at this point, it's ready. So we save it. You can test that it's working fine and generate the invoice. You can see if it had Lightning and TRON enabled, it will show as well there. And now we install and open the Bitcoin POS. It asks for permissions, the memory, Bluetooth, and you proceed to accept it. You allow and select the language. We'll select English, BTC Pay. In this case, Square, if you want credit debit acceptance with Square or with SumUp. We will do it for Canada. It's important that you select the currency that matches the BTC Pay server and matches your credit debit if you're using credit debit. We'll enable display in the BTC Pay store URL that we selected and add donations and tips just to show that it works. And this is where we scan the QR code of the key that we just had. And with that, the terminal is ready to go and configure. So if you had more stores, then you can select there the one you want, but we only have one. Press back, and now terminal is ready to accept Bitcoin payments. So it's retrieving the conversion from BTC Pay server, and it will display the invoice. And when the invoice is paid, it will print. Thank you very much.